The phone rang at 10:07 a.m. I was half asleep, my glasses still on, paperwork spread across the kitchen table like always. I almost ignored it. Then I heard her voice. "Dad, please open the door. It's cold outside." My heart stopped. A beat stopped because my daughter Lily had died 4 years ago. Twisted metal from the car accident? A doctor who wouldn't meet my eyes. I'd identified her body myself. I'd buried her, stood in the rain, and promised I'd never forget her voice. And now it was on the phone, exactly the same, small, shaking. Afraid, my hands started to tremble. "Lee," I whispered. There was a pause, then a soft sob. "Dad, I'm at the gate. Please, I don't want to be alone." The line went dead. I ran barefoot, no coat. I didn't even turn on the lights. I threw open the front door, and the cold air slammed into my chest. Frost clung to the grass. The street was empty. Then I saw her standing by the iron gate. Same height. Same hair pulled into a messy ponytail. Same blue jacket she wore the day she died. She looked thinner, paler. Her eyes met mine. "Dad, she," whispered again, "help me." Every instinct screamed, "Run." But every part of me that had been a father screamed louder. I took one step forward, and that's when I noticed something that made my blood turn to ice. She had no shadow. I stood frozen. On the porch, barefoot in the frost, watching the girl I buried 4 years ago stare at me like she'd never left. But she had. I saw her coffin lowered. I touched her frozen hand in the hospital morgue, and here she was, calling me Dad. No shadow. No breath in the cold air. Only the wind whispering through the trees, like it was scared to be here too. She said again, "Don't let them take me again." I opened the gate slowly, as if moving too fast would make her vanish. She didn't flinch. I knelt in front of her, close enough to see the scar above her right eyebrow, the one from the swing set when she was 8. I reached out. My hand trembled. The moment my fingers grazed her cheek, she flinched. She was real, warm, solid, terrified.
"Oh, really?"
I choked. "How?" She shook her head violently. "No time. They'll come. They always come." Before I could ask who, she collapsed into me, crying so hard I felt her ribs shake. I looked down the street empty. But then my porch light flickered once, twice, and died. All the power in the house cut out. In that sudden silence, I heard something low, crawling from the woods behind our yard. Not walking, dragging. Lily gripped my coat tighter. "They found me, Dad. They know I told you." Slammed the gate shut, locked it, and half carried her up the porch steps. The only light came from the full moon, glowing like a watchful eye above. Us inside, I lit the emergency candle by instinct. My hand shook so badly I nearly dropped it. Lily sat on the couch, knees pulled to her chest, whispering over and over, "Don't follow the humming. Don't follow the humming." I crouched beside her. "What are you talking about?" "What is going on, Lily?" She looked up, her face pale and drawn. "They're not alive, but they want to be. And they follow the ones who remember." I didn't understand. "A word," she pointed to the fireplace. "Start a fire. They hate warmth. It slows them down." I grabbed the matches and kindling with trembling hands. That's when I heard it, a low, bone-deep hum. It's not a sound, really. More like something vibrating under the skin of the world. The windows fogged from the outside. The temperature dropped sharply. My breath curled in the air. Lily bolted upright. "They're here." I rushed to the fireplace, struck the match, and the hallway floorboards behind me creaked. Then another. I turned slowly and saw a tall, wet figure crouched in the hallway. Its limbs were too long. Its skin looked like it had drowned. Eyes black and sunken, locked onto me. Then it smiled. Its smile stretched too wide. Like the skin had learned to copy emotion but never got the shape right. The thing stood motionless. Dripping water onto my hardwood floor. Silent, except for the humming now louder, pressing behind my eardrums. I dropped the match. It missed the fireplace and burned out on the floor. Lily screamed, "Don't look it in the eyes." But it was too late. I was already locked in. My legs wouldn't move. My breath came in shallow gasps. My vision blurred, as if the shadows in the corners were pulling me in. Then Lily tackled me from the side, breaking the eye contact. The thing shrieked a horrible metallic scream, like air ripped apart by rusted machinery. I fumbled for the next match, hands numb. Lily pulled the curtain shut. Hurry, it's stronger in the moonlight. I struck the match. It snapped. Another flame jumped to life in the fireplace. The creature backed away, skin steaming, its mouth now wide open but silent. Then it vanished like a shadow in reverse, peeling back into nothing. I collapsed to the floor. Lily was sobbing. Follow pain, Dad. And when someone dies unfairly, they linger. That's how they found me. I stared at her. You died in a car accident. She looked up slowly. I didn't. That's what they wanted you to believe. My lungs forgot how to work. You didn't die. Lily nodded slowly. It wasn't an accident, not really. That night, I saw something I wasn't supposed to. Something Mom's side of the family was involved in? I stared at her. What are you saying? She hesitated, then said the women in Mom's family made a pact. It goes back generations. They promised safety, success, and favor in exchange for something small every few decades. Cold seeped into my spine. What kind of something? Lily's eyes dropped to the floor. A child. The room was silent except for the fire cracking. I was never supposed to be born, Dad. I broke the balance. So when I turned 14, they tried to fix it. They staged the accident, but I escaped barely. I staggered back trying to make sense of it. The crash, ... the body they found wasn't you. Found someone else in the river? They thought it was me. And I let them believe it, because if they knew I was alive, they'd finish the job. She nodded. And now that I came back to you, they'll come for both of us. The fire suddenly hissed like water thrown on it. From upstairs a loud thud, then another like heavy feet dragging. I turned to Lily, who's in the house. Up pale as snow. They are. I grabbed the fire poker and motioned for her to stay low. The thuds grew heavier, slower as if whatever was up there was deciding its next step. Then it stopped. 8. Total silence. I crept toward the base of the stairs, every hair on my arm standing on end. Don't go up there, Lily whispered. It's not human anymore. I turned to her. Then what is it? She opened her mouth, but never answered. The ceiling above us began to drip. First a little, then streams. Black, oily water poured through the cracks, running down the walls, soaking the photos, crawling across the floor like a living thing. My wife's face in our wedding photo gone, as if erased. I pulled Lily behind me and backed into the kitchen. Suddenly, the fridge slammed open. There, folded inside like a grotesque puppet, was my mother-in-law, mouth open, eyes wide, bones bent wrong, but breathing barely. She gasped. Daunt, I don't trust her. I froze. Who? Her lips quivered. Lily. I turned back, and my daughter was already gone. Only her shadow remained in the doorway. A child's giggle echoed faintly through the hall. Then silence. I stood frozen in the kitchen staring at the doorway. My heart pounded so hard it hurt. Lily, I whispered. No answer. The house felt wrong. Now heavier, like it was holding its breath. The fire guttered low, throwing warped shadows across the walls. And that shadow in the doorway hadn't moved. It was still shaped like a child, but too tall. My mother-in-law coughed behind me, wet and rattling. She was never meant to come back, she croaked. The pact was broken the moment you loved her too much. I turned slowly. You let them take my daughter? Tears leaked from her eyes, mixing with the black water dripping from her hair. We thought we could control it. Give one life, save the rest. When she survived, everything followed her. Soft humming began again, this time inside the walls. Then Lily's voice echoed from upstairs. Dad, why won't you help me? Clenched. My fist, that voice exact but wrong now, stretched layered, like several mouths speaking at once. I'm not your sacrifice anymore, I shouted. The shadow in the doorway twitched, then split, peeling away from the wall and crawling toward me. On all fours, the lights exploded. Glass shattered. In the chaos, I realized the truth too late. The thing I brought inside wasn't pretending to be Lily anymore. It was wearing her. The creature lunged, limbs jerking like a marionette strung with regret and rage. I dove aside, knocking. Over the lamp, the room went pitch black. The only light came from the fireplace, now burning blue. I could hear it circling me, breathing. Lily's voice kept echoing, sweet and broken. "Daddy, I came back for you. Why won't you hold me?" I gritted my teeth and reached into my pocket, pulling out the old silver locket I'd found beneath the floorboards last week. It had the real Lily's initials and a note inside. "If she ever returns, this will remind you who she really was." I held it up. The creature shrieked. The walls buckled. Fire roared. Suddenly, I was back in the living room, empty, silent. The black water gone, the walls clean, the air still. A voice faint like from a dream whispered, "Thank you, Dad. I love you." I fell to my knees, the locket clutched in my fist, tears breaking loose. For the first time in years, I wasn't afraid. I buried the locket under the cherry tree in our yard the next morning, and every now and then, when the wind is just right, I hear her laugh, not the twisted echo from the shadows. But my real Lily, I know she's safe from them forever.